I'm back. If you think I'm picking up exactly where I left off, you're absolutely right. Specifically in the, starting on chapter 1. I feel like I should save? Save. Okay. Return. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is Princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, I chose not to last time. Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. Cool. Okay, so I was very, contrarian last time. So I'm gonna do what I need to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
That's fine.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Yep.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
You're right, it would. It's time for me to save the world instead of
The door
ending
to the
it
basement
multiple
creaks
times.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yep, yeah.
Focus on the task at hand.
Focused.
And
So
there
focused.
you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. What? No way. Why would you ever think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to say you nah, nah.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
That's fine.
Don't you dare.
You-
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing
Yeah.
someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yes, it is.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Play the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
That's fine.
Holy shit, that hurt!
though she's unarmed. The shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
You.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Why am I a bird?
We can still turn this around.
Ooh, there's a blow knife. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
There.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
It
The
was.
princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Woo! Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh no. Ooh. It's like, Valerie slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Got something to tell you,
If you
buddy.
don't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this is really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I even bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I did listen to you,
We did
kind
our
of.
best with the information we were given. And we did kill. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations.
Woo!
You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Good question.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
That one I knew. Everything keeps just multiplying.
Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
What is the name of the audiobook I'm listening to at the moment? Shoot. I think it's He Who Fights with Monsters. It's giving a lot of that vibe, just in general.
Couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Well, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe
believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And a mirror.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This is a whole different cabin than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. I'm just gonna take the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Nice
What are you
mirror.
talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Exactly.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
No, I was just making sure.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay, giving Big Gary vibes. If you have listened to He Who Fights with Monster, you would totally get that reference.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Into the basement. Pew pew. Pachoo, pachoo.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
Get to my head, get to my head.
You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I can have both.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
She's a demon now.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes! I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Hey, I believe in myself. So you do remember me. Oh, there's so many. I don't know what happened to you last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Boy! I was all like, turn around and leave without saying anything. I feel like she really wants to beat me up, so I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal, and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
She's gonna tear me to shreds. Like how die. Dash to the side and counterattack. Turn and fight her head on. Okay, team, what are we thinking? Okay, team, what are we thinking?
How about we get the hell doesn't have the chance to finish that thought before the princess barrels into you and smashes your body into the rough stone wall. Can I finish my thought now? Sure. Why not? Here. So glad we could stick around to hear the end of that. But I'm afraid that's all the time you had left. Why, for the love of everything, did you stop to think? What did you expect you'd come up with? It doesn't matter, because everything goes dark and you die. Great job.
Woo!
No, come on. We can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her.
Dead is dead.
Very dead. Ooh, chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
All right. Change of plans. No more hesitation. No more dying. We're taking the fight straight to her.
We got
If we
this.
had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger,
She did get stronger.
and we stayed the same.
we've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win. We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death again and again. You're stuck here with us too. For all you know, we'll never get to leave this place until we get it right.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think? Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Here specifically, I don't think so.
This is all different, isn't it? That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
It's kind of fleshy.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Okay, quick. Okay, save. Save. Quick reference. Let's bring down that sound and music just a little bit so we can hear the narrator a bit better. It's pretty intense. Okay, I think. Okay.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
I'm serious. Seems like I'm being put in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when it comes to make a choice. I did not make a good choice last time. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else, we hit the point of no return. So then what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. I'm done with this. Bye, turn. Yeah, that's not getting me anywhere.
Good, we're all on the same page.
Oh, so squishy.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know.
I don't know.
End her.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible.
That is
It
horrific.
doesn't matter. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's the mirror again and sparking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I
I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No, I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
That does seem pretty
What
likely.
are you trying to say?
Exactly. He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
Something has.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again. You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
Very.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Well. Ooh. Gonna go with wipe the mirror clean. I'm afraid something bad might happen if we smash
You
it.
reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in
it's so
uncomfortably at your
gross.
sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
But I don't want to see what we made. Can't we just give up? Blade, no blade, it's all the same. We can't beat her. Not anymore.
We can. You're just a quitter. I want to see.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls
Oh,
are
sweet
painted in
Jesus.
blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
You're probably gonna try to kill me.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps
Yes,
forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears.
Ugh.
It plops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Yeah.
What can we even do against someone like her? She has such power, such beauty.
Beauty's not the word I would use.
Stop that. We can win. We just have to lose our fear.
Ooh. I'm gonna end you. Slay the princess. Or just slay the princess. Last time I tried to talk and then kill it didn't work well, so I'm just gonna
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a
Step.
beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Why did I think anything good was gonna come out of that one?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Due to our reward, you did not die by our hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Ooh, of course you're scared. This is not the end for you. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It's okay.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
Ooh. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
A mercy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. You always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. I've grown. I've grown? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at a cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
You are.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
That is fair.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
That is fair.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Shh. I don't want to kill her. Ooh. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
That is fair. Then what do you feel about me? These vessels that I've been bringing you, I've brought them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
That is fair.
I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? I don't actually really want to kill her. I kind of like her. When I go back, it's as this invisible walls close around me. Why can I not do the same thing I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
It's like, do you have any thoughts on this vessel then?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
No. So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change your
My
breath?
preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Maybe I should choose some better options. I've been choosing some kind of asshole-ish choices. You know, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Woo! Well, that is all the time I have for episode 2. For now, I will be back with more because this game is just great and I just need to see this through. Okay, bye!